Hello everyone, welcome to the Packet Tracer activity 26.2.1 from CCNP course from Cisco. This activity is about configuring extended access control list, and this is a scenario 1. In the next video we will have scenario 2. So what are the objectives? First, we are going to configure, apply and verify an extended numbered access control list, and then we are going to configure and apply and verify an extended name access control list. So let's see here the topology here. As you can see, now what we need to create a two access list. The first one here and the second one here. Both of them, they need to access the server, but they cannot ping each other. Okay, so as you can see here in the scenario, it is explained very clearly that two employees need access to a service provided by the server. PC1 only needs FTP access, while PC2 only needs web access. Both computers need to be able to ping the server but not each other. Okay, hopefully it's clear. Now let's move forward and let's see the instructions. In part 1, we are going to configure the numbered access control list, of course extended. So let's get started. Now we need to go to R1, and here we have the command line interface. Let's follow the instructions. First we need to type access. If you have this situation, as you can see here, translating ACC domain server, you just press Ctrl, Shift and number 6, and then you will get out from this. And then let's enable configure terminal, and then we have to type access list, and then we type question mark. Here we have two choices. The first one is from 1 to 99 IP standard access list, and the second one from 100 to 199, which is for extended access list. So here what we need an extended access list, so 100, so because it's more than 99, and then question mark again. Here we have three choices. As you can see here, we have deny to specify packets to reject, permit to specify packets to forward, and remark to access list entry comment. Okay, then to permit FTP traffic, we need of course to permit, and then we type question mark again, and then we have another choices. For a first one, AHP, which is authentication header protocol, second one, third one, and fourth one. Since FTP is like a part, or it's a protocol which uses TCP, so now we are going to select TCP, as you know, because FTP is a TCP protocol. So here TCP, and then again we type question mark. After this, we have to decide. We need to put an IP address of the source, or we can type any source on the network or a specific host. When we type host, we can give the IP address of the specific host to permit FTP on it. As you can see, everything is explained here. So here in E, the source address can represent a single device, such as PC1, by using the host keyword, and then the IP address of PC1. Using the keyword any permits any host and on any network. Filtering can also be done by a network address. In this case, if any host has an address belonging to this network, as you can see here, this network here, since now we have only this device in this network, so we will use this network. So all the devices in this network are going to be able to access the FTP to the server. So here we are going to permit the network as all. So 172, this one, this one, 22, and then dot 34, and then dot 64. Okay, after that, we need to give, of course, the wildcard. And here the wildcard is explained in this way. So here 27, so here we have 27 ones, and the remaining parts are zeros. We only need to flip the ones into zeros and the zeros into 1, and then the output of this is this form, converting back to decimal. So this is the wildcard. So here 0, 0, 0, 31, as you can see here, and then we need again question mark. Now what we need to actually like which host we need to permit. So as you can see here, we need to access the host, this one. So in this case, we need to type the host, and then we give the IP address of this host, which is 172.22.34.62, as it's mentioned here. Then we have also question mark one more time. Then we need to, as you can see here, we have to specify the protocol or the port, and here we are going to like equal, or this is like for EQ, and then we type FTP. Okay, so let's see again what we have. We have the access list. The number of access lists is extended because we needed 100. So this is extended, and when we are going to permit all the devices from this network, okay, to access this host here. So to access this host, we type host, and then we give the IP address of this host, and then the port number of FTP. We can type 80, or you can type FTP as it is. Okay, so let's type enter. Then we are going to create a second access list statement to permit, of course, ICMP, which for the ping traffic from PC1 to the server. Note that the access list number remains the same, and the specific type of ICMP traffic does not need to be specified. Okay, so in this case, we only need to repeat this one. We need to permit ICMP, so we can do this. Okay, so now we have this one here to permit ICMP. Sorry, we need to specify, very important, the ICMP protocol, which is permit ICMP, not TCP. Okay, so thus we have all for the ICMP. Now all traffic is denied by default. Okay, so now let's check the access list. Now we can type here exit, and then we type show access list. As you can see here, we have only the first one, so the second one is not configured again. So configure terminal, and here we have access list, 100, and then permit ICMP 172.22.34.64, then the wildcard, and then host, exit, and then show access list again. Okay, we have only the ICMP. Here we have access list 100, permit, and then TCP, okay, so now we have this one here and this one here, so hopefully it's going to be fine. Let's check results. Okay, let's delete both of them. as you can see, it's empty. Now I can put the first one for FTP, and then okay, now everything is fine. The problem was that the sequence number here, the first one should be 10, the second one should be 20, as you can see here. Now this is the 10 and then 20. At the beginning it was the mistake here. If you see that the 10 was the CCNP, the 20 was FTP, and did not match the sequence and packet tracer. That's why now I changed the sequence. So the first one is the FTP, the second one is ICMP. Okay, what we need, of course, now we need to apply the access list to the correct port. Okay, so as you can see here, we have gigabit Ethernet 00. So now we are going to apply this access list on this port here. Why? Because as you can see that we will allow to filter everything here. So the gate is going to be here. If the packets are going to the server, it's allowed. Otherwise, or if it's ICMP, it's also allowed. Otherwise, it's going to be blocked. Okay, so interface gigabit Ethernet 00, and then IP access list 100, and then N. Okay, so we have done with this. Now let's move forward. And now, before moving forward, let's verify the connectivity. So from PC1, we are going to check FTP. As you can see here, it's okay. So I'm just going to type exit. Now there is an FTP. Let's check the ping. It's also okay. All right. So let's move forward to part 2. This part we are going to create an extended named access control list. Okay, so let's go again to the router here. We type exit here, and then again IP access list, and then question mark, and now we are going to select that extended, and then after extended we are going to specify the name. Since it's extended, so we should use a name, and the name should be the same like this one here. This case sensitive as it's given here, and it's mentioned also you can configure named standard and extended access control list. This access list filters both source and destination IP addresses, therefore it must be extended. Okay, so enter the HTTP only as the name. Okay, we have done with this, so let's press enter, and now we need to permit the IP address of this network. Okay, the concept is the same. We are going to permit the IP address from this network. All PCs under this network are going to be able to access the server. So what we are going to need, we need to type IP access list. Please notice that we are now under the configure extended name access control list. So here IP access list. And then, we need to type permit, and then TCP, because this is the protocol, and then we give the IP address 172.22.34.98. Okay, and then we give question mark. Here we need a source wildcard. Again, the wildcard can be found from here, like in this form. So I'm just going to copy paste this one. Hopefully you already know how to calculate the wildcard. If not, please see the previous videos, or you can review the step here. This one here in F. Okay, so what we need more, of course, let's check question mark. Here we need also to specify what we need to to do with this, like destination address or any or equate or for equation to match specific port number or so on. Here we need of course to specify a host, which is the server, and then we give the IP address of the server 62. Okay, so that's all with this. What we need also, again, we need to permit an ICMP and then to everything from 172.22.34.98 network with wildcard 00015 to the server, of course, what we already called it down here, which is 172.22.34.62. Okay, so permit, we have ICMP, we have here and here, of course, we need to type the host. Okay, so now let's exit one more time and let's show the access list. As you can see here, we have 1020, which is IP access list 100, and then we have extended IP access list with HTTP only. We have 10 permit, and this is correct. This is not correct because we need to specify the www. Okay, we will fix this, and this one is correct. Okay, so configure terminal again. We have to specify the access list, which is this one. Then we are going to replace this one with eq www. Now exit one more time, and then let's show this list. Now also we have another problem because we did not delete this one. Okay, so again configure terminal, access control list. Let's delete all of them. Here we don't need this. We will need it, but not now. We also don't need this. And the one with ICMP also we should delete it. Okay, now it's deleted everything, so now we can add very easily. We will add this is the first one, the sequence okay, and the second one we need to add the ICMP. Now it's okay, as you can see, and then we will show access list. Now everything is fine. 1020 equation www equation www. Okay, perfect. Now what we need one more time, we need to of course like apply the access list to the correct port. Again, here we have the same idea. Here we have this access here. We are going to put a list here. So what we are going to say that everything is going to this, all packets going to this server of type www or 8080 for web server are going to be allowed. Ping is also allowed, but all others should be blocked. So in this case, if the packets from this are going to PC1, these packets are going to be blocked. Okay, so configure terminal and then interface gigabit ethernet 01, and then we need of course to apply the access list. HTTP only, and then we type in. Okay, we have done with this. Let's now try to enter this page. Let's see here what was the page. So this is the web page here. Okay, so open browser, enter the IP address 172 of the server, 22, 34, and 62. We have here the web page is loaded. Now let's try to ping this machine or this PC from this PC. We should have the ping failed. Okay, let's prove that. And as you can see here, host unreachable. Okay, so that's all for this activity. Alright, so see you in the next activity. Thank you.